We're going hyper-local today. The two men in the runoff for Jersey City mayor are here to make their case. The Point starts right now. Former Governor Jim McGreevey and Councilmember James Solomon are in the runoff to run Jersey City, the second most populous city in the state. Now, as we've seen from other elections, the two most important issues to voters are affordability and public safety. So let's start with affordability. How are you going to make people in Jersey City more affordable and reduce taxes?
So I think, Marcia, one of the primary concerns is what happens while James has been on the city council is that property taxes in Jersey City have been among the highest in the state of New Jersey, and rents have been among the highest in the nation.
But how are you going to reduce it?
So part of this is understanding the need to have zero-based budgeting and to cut extraneous costs. And so my proposal in terms of affordable housing is to provide 20% of affordable housing over market rate housing.
But what about taxes?
Taxes, I agree with you. I mean, what I said is to bring back the MUA costs, the utility costs back into the property tax matrix to reduce costs. Part of what I see is, with all due respect, is that James's proposal to have $1,000 rents for across the board in terms of Jersey City would actually require massive subsidies and drive up property taxes.
I got a feeling you have something to say about that.
I do. So you are right that the main question of this election is who can make Jersey City more affordable, because when you're out knocking on doors, the question you get asked all the time is, if I get another rent increase, if I get another property tax increase, it's going to force me out of the city. So first is get tough on developers, right? Developers have taken so much from Jersey City, it's time they give back.
But
so
how
first,
does that reduce my taxes?
Let me give you all things. First, you're talking property taxes. Audit every tax break that's been given out to a big developer, right? We can get millions from that. My office did the job that the mayor was supposed to do. We audited the big contractors who build the giant high-rises and found that 90% weren't even paying what they owed.
Talking about how the taxes
it is,
are
because those are literally millions of dollars in revenue that are no longer being paid by the property owner. They're being paid by the big developers and the big construction firms who weren't paying what they owed. But so that's key in taxes.
With all due respect, James, you've been there for 8 years,
and
that
we did the audit, Jim.
And that hasn't happened.
I did the audit.
But what you're going to do is the $1,000 rent is going to create a staggering property tax burden.
It's simply false.
$600 million for the cost of 1,000
units
to subsidize
it's not false. So the former governor is telling you what can't happen. He's saying Jersey City cannot be more affordable. He's saying you can't have more affordable. No, that is if you want a mayor who wants to make Jersey City affordable, I am your candidate. I don't take money from the big developers. Jim has taken $1 million from that.
How can you reduce the taxes? How much can Jersey City voters think that their taxes are going to go down, their property taxes?
So I have made a firm commitment from day one. We are going to stabilize the tax rate in Jersey City. It has gone up because of huge increases. It came up huge from our school board, huge increases because developers weren't paying what they owed, and because of poor management from the political machine and the current people in City Hall.
What I think is, he
wasn't mayor. Mayor Steve Fulop was the mayor.
Mayor Fulop was the mayor. That's
and James has been on the council for 8 years, and what I believe is you need a mayor who's going to bring back money from the state government, and that's part of my responsibility as
But he says that developers are the problem.
Well, developers, I mean, you need to audit and you need to ensure that those dollars are there. But what I would argue is, while James is in a $1.5 million home, what he's going to do is penalize the average homeowner. Marcia, when you're saying that you're going to provide $1,000 a month rents, and you provide that for 1,000 individuals, that's going to cost $600 million. It will have a staggering impact on the property taxpayers of Jersey City. It'll drive up property taxes.
It's simply not true, but I need to respond to it.
Wait a minute. Let me just ask a question. So he says that the developers are not paying enough. And if developers paid enough, tax rates were going to go down. What do you say about that?
I say, James, you've been there for 8 years. If they haven't paid enough, why haven't you done it? So the reality is,
Marcia,
as James says, developers are going to have to pay more, and corporate business tax is going to have to pay more. The corporate business tax is decided by Trenton. It's not decided by Jersey City.
So again, it's simply a question of, we have plans to actually make life in Jersey City more affordable, and Jim keeps saying that things can't be done. I can stabilize the property taxes, and we can build genuinely affordable housing. So let me tell you how we're going to do do it. We are going to require every major developer to put 20% affordable housing in all large new projects.
But how are you going to do for the $1,000 rents,
Yes,
James?
because those are required under the state UHAC guidelines today.
They are. Who makes up the rest of the cost?
The developer.
How are you going to do that without raising taxes?
The developers can do this.
They're going to pay $1,000 rents? The developers are going to subsidize it?
Yes.
Under what law? Where does that happen in the country?
In Jersey City right now. It is happening in the Bayfront project. It's happening in the 70s.
No, yeah, but that's a massive subsidy, James.
No, it's not.
That's going to drive up property taxes.
False. Again, but this is the fundamental distinction. I have a vision for a future in Jersey City that's more affordable.
It's not proven.
Jersey City must be made more affordable. It is the question of this election. And it sounds like Jim is using developer talking points because they've given him $1 million
James,
in this
I will
election.
be as tough. It's not tougher than you will be, but I'm not going to engage in risky thinking.
Okay, guys, let's talk about public safety. Let's go. Let's talk about how we're going to keep the streets safe. When I read some of the things that you've said, I'm a little confused because at one point you said that you thought that the size of the Jersey City police force was double the size of any other city in New Jersey. I think it's like 820 people approximately. And other places have about 400. What would you do in terms of the police? Would you hire more police, less police?
Yeah, so we've laid out our public safety plan, and we're clear. So, Jersey City has...
How many cops would you hire?
100. And so Jersey City, to give you the numbers, so Jersey City had 950 officers in 2019. We have now lost 150 officers while the city's population has grown. And we are seeing the effects of that. So our plan is calling for 100 new officers, which will also help on the budget because you're going to reduce overtime rates. But then you have to invest in the community as well. So we have a comprehensive plan to get mental health workers partner with police officers, to increase youth opportunity and mentorship, to create 1,000 summer new jobs. A comprehensive all of the above plan to keep every resident safe.
He wants to hire 100 cops. What do you want to do?
My point is, James actually said, and he'll remember, that a city the size of Jersey City should have a police department half of its size.
I did not say that.
And again and again and again, he tried to defund the police.
False.
And he cut and he proposed, and this is a matter of record. And so from my point is, when you look at robberies that are up 32%, when you look at burglaries that are up 65%, when you look at rapes that are up upwards past 90%, what you need is a strong police department. And
so he's going to hire 100 more. What are you going to do?
We have to get up to 1,000. But my point is, Marcia, my commitment.
Doesn't his plan get to 1,000?
But my commitment to public safety isn't a matter of political convenience. It's a matter of that I understand the importance of having CompStats, the importance of having community policing. And so it's not just a matter of an election year conversion. It's something that I believe in. Well, James has 8 years of cutting, and that's the reason why I was endorsed by the police union, because they understand how risky James's proposals are for Jersey City.
Let's be frank, Jim. You probably wished we defunded the police because you've been under investigation by so many different law enforcement agencies.
That's just such
but it's
rubbish.
You have been under corruption after investigation after corruption investigation after corruption investigation.
This is a typical deflection. You're not talking about policing. You're not talking about driving up property taxes.
No,
I'm not. No. Because
you're trying to rescue a desperate and floundering campaign.
Because you would increase.
No, but let me respond here because we have a very important point here, right? Jim, you threaten the health and safety of the entire state of New Jersey when you appointed a person that you had a personal relationship to a position for which they were unqualified to be a homeland security advisor.
James,
that is Bureau of Public Safety. I've been on the council. I've been on the council for 8 years. I have a track record of voting to hire more officers. We put out this plan.
You have a track record of trying to cut the police department.
Again, it's just simply false.
No, it's the truth.
It's simply false.
Let him talk. You have 15 seconds to respond to this.
So my perspective is that community policing is so critically important. And if you don't reach that 1,000 benchmark, you're not going to provide for community policing. And James, unfortunately, time after time after time, try to cut the police department as an attempt to balance the budget.
But now he wants to raise it. So let's talk about something else.
But
many residents that we've talked to complain that neither one of you has focused enough on quality of life issues like trash pickup, street maintenance, and traffic. What are you going to do about those problems? You go first.
Sure, 100%. Quality of life in Jersey City has declined, and we have a plan to fix it. So when I'm mayor, we're going to have city stat. It's a program that makes sure that the potholes get filled, the trash gets picked up. We're going to fire
Why
our
hasn't it been done now since you were on the city council?
So as a city council member, you put pressure on the administration to get it done, but the political bosses who control Jersey City and who support Jim McGreevey,
they're all on your side.
No,
they
they're
all
all on
support you.
Jim, you are the candidate of the political bosses.
No.
You are supported by the entire political machine of the state of New Jersey.
He's not responsible right now for picking up trash.
You are.
Steve Fulop is. Are you saying that Steve
let's be
Fulop
clear.
made a
Yes.
mistake?
No, let's be clear. So our trash contractor in 2022, I led the movement to try to fire them. We lost the vote 5-4. Now, in this election, that trash contractor who does a piss poor job has donated money to Jim McGreevey because they know he's going to keep them in charge. I, on the other hand, don't take their money, and I'm going to fire them the day I'm mayor.
So the reality is, James has never managed anything. He's never managed a hot dog stand, and he's a decent human being. But the bottom line is, he's an adjunct professor. This mayor's race is about who has the experience to govern. And so what I see of critical concern, whether it's dirty streets, whether it's potholes, whether it's infrastructure, 50% of our infrastructure, Marcia, is over 100 years of age. And so in terms of identifying revenues...
Sounds like an expensive thing to fix it.
Yeah, in terms of getting the job done, controlling property taxes, and also providing policing, I believe I have the experience and the wherewithal to get it done. And James's ideas are risky, unproven, and will drive up property taxes.
But I do want to talk a little bit about experience, right? So first of all, I think I have really genuine personal experiences to help me make me a better mayor, right? Jersey City is the city where I both got and beat cancer. It's the city where my daughters were born and go to public school, and those personal experiences have shown me how special Jersey City is and how they need a mayor who's fighting for the people of Jersey City. And that is what my commitment is to do. Now, I also have experience beating the developers and beating the machine to deliver for the people of Jersey City.
Okay, on that note, because we have a lot more to go, we're going to have to leave it right there now, but we are going to be right back. We are back with James Solomon and Jim McGreevey. Mr. McGreevey, you have talked about fiscal discipline. Name a single department, a specific department, where you would reduce staff or reduce funding.
Well, clearly, and I think this is where James and I both agree on.
One department.
The Pompidou, which was an egregious recommendation to build a French Impressionist museum in Jersey City, which clearly we don't have the money or the capacity. So you're going to cut the French?
Yes. Okay. So the question to you, you have ambitious plans too. Name one promise you're willing to drop if there's no money in the budget.
Well, it's a great question. So look, I think you need to make sure that first, the affordability must stay. We must have an affordable Jersey City, so we are going to fight to deliver the affordable housing. We're going to fight to cap rents, and we're going to stabilize. We're going to stabilize property taxes. I think if you're looking at something, cutting is easy. So we have 2 economic development agencies. We don't need 2. We can have 1. Cut the Pompidou, and then we're looking.
So you agree? You're going to cut the 100%. Oh my God, there's agreement here.
100%. No, 100% agreement
But the point here is also, Marcia, is for me respectfully, is that James's ideas on the $1,000 rents would require massive subsidies. And so the point is, it's not only that we have to cut, but we can't also engage in other fantastical thinking that's going to actually burden property taxpayers.
Are those fantastical thinking?
No. Wait,
how are we going to pay without raising taxes?
The developers are paying. The developers cross-subsidize with the higher rents. That's what we're doing at 72 Montgomery. It's what we're doing at Bayfront when we bring in the Aspire credits. That's what we're doing at 701.
But they're all subsidized.
I want to change topics.
72 Montgomery isn't. The other 2 are subsidized by the state.
Okay, guys, wait, time. Yeah. So there are also complaints by a number of people I've spoken to that the downtown area gets a lot of attention, but that other parts of neighborhoods like Jersey City Heights, The Hill, and Bergen Lafayette need more attention. What do you say about that?
100%, right? We need a mayor who is committed to every neighborhood in Jersey City, and we haven't had that, right? Mayor Fulop has been focused on downtown, focused on the Heights, and that has to change. So my commitment is to be a mayor for every part of Jersey City, to have 100 community meetings in my first year, and to deliver real investment in research in the first year. Yeah. I'm 41.
How many community meetings will you have?
No, it's something I do regularly. But I mean, my point, with all due respect to James, is that he's been the downtown councilman. And while this has happened, you look at the 6 wards, and there's been massive investment.
So he says you've been taking care of downtown and not the other neighborhoods.
And the reality is, you look at Bergen Lafayette, you look at the Hill, you look at Journal Square, you look at the Heights, and they don't have the same level of parks, the same level of commitment, the same level of schools. And so what I think you need is I don't want Jersey City to be the 6th borough of Manhattan. I want Jersey City to be Jersey City for the entirety of the city. And no disrespect to the councilman, but we've had 12 years of a councilman from downtown. We need somebody from Jersey City.
And, well, let me just say, I mean, respectfully, you're from Woodbridge. For
no,
me,
I was born in Jersey
and you
City.
lived when you were 2 or 3. So, I mean, for my thing, right, to just be clear, right?
And my family lived there. My
daughters were born in the medical center and go to public school. But let me talk about Marcia.
You both live in Jersey City. Let me ask you this question.
No.
You keep talking about developers.
Yeah.
You keep talking at developers. Here's the question. I think everybody will admit that Jersey City developers have for decades shaped what Jersey City looks like. So what's the toughest policy you're willing to enact that they'll hate?
Well, we just talked about it, $1,000 a month rent. So we are going to require 20% affordable, including $1,000 a month rents.
Go ahead.
20% affordable. Over the market rate housing, and also for senior citizen housing. The senior citizens are at the breaking point. I mean, senior citizens, their property taxes are going up and up and up. They have no discretionary alternative. And so senior citizen housing has to be essential, as these folks are going to be priced out of the city.
All right, let's talk about education, which a lot of people care about. And based on my research, it looks like reading scores are now below 50%, and there's chronic absenteeism in the schools. What are you going to do about it? Go ahead.
Well, part of it is to understand the importance of early childhood literacy. I mean, literally starting as early as possible, Marcia, so that understanding the importance of phonics.
How are you going to get kids to read?
Well, you get kids to read in terms of pre-K and in terms of kindergarten, and focus on early child literacy coaches. When I was governor, we had early child literacy coaches from kindergarten to 3rd grade. And what I would do is expand reading in Jersey City in 4th grade and 5th grade, and reading coaches, so to pull out students from the class that can't read. If you can't read in 3rd grade and 4th grade, you're off the cliff.
Reading and absenteeism.
Yeah, so I mean, I agree with the governor on a lot of the literacy plans. We must make improvement. On absenteeism, parent engagement is crucial. We've seen significantly better parent engagement in Union City, and that has led to drops in absenteeism rates. We have to adopt those models, work with parents knowing that they have 2, 3 jobs, knowing that evening meetings are hard, get them more engaged and reduce the absentee rates, because right now, 1 in 4 Jersey City children is missing more than 10 days of schooling. It's brutal, and it is going to have long-term effects.
So are you to blame for that because you run the city council?
Well, the schools are an entirely different agency. Unlike here, where the mayor controls the schools, they're an entirely separate governing body.
But we have to work with the school system. We have to work with the school system to support.
Another school issue, though, that people talk about is the cost of charter schools and how it takes money from the school budget to pay for charter schools. Would you continue to spend money on charter schools? Most parents love charter schools. What's your position?
Yeah, so my position is I am supportive of charter schools, but they can't take over the district, right? So once they get to 30-40% of a district, they can financially destabilize. So I want thoughtful expansion of high-quality charter schools where they serve the same students as the public school
But the real challenge, Marsh, is the funding formula. Newark has literally slightly less than double the students of Jersey City, Marsh, but it receives 10 times the amount of state aid as Jersey City. That's egregious. And so what we have to understand is it's not just the economic wealth of Jersey City. We have to look at the students that are in the classrooms.
So we have about less than a minute left. You have, in 10 words or less, describe Jersey City in 2029 if he wins.
Oh, he wins. Okay. Less affordable, higher rents, more machine bosses.
Describe Jersey City in 2029 if he wins.
Higher taxes, higher rents, less police, possibly more crime.
So you're basically saying the same thing. Don't vote the other guy.
we are.
Exactly.
Vote for James, not Jim. And he'll say Jim, not James.
So you have like 15 seconds left. So would you hire him if you won?
So, I mean, the governor's work on reentry is wonderful, and I'd like to work with him on that as mayor.
Would you hire him if you won?
Yeah, and I respect James, but my point is this is about experience, this is about taxes, and this is about police. About basics.
We're going to have to leave it right there for now. But our conversation continues right after the show on our streaming channel, CBS News New York. We are back with Jim McGreevey and James Solomon. One thing we haven't talked about yet is transportation. And I know that when I talk to people from Jersey City, they complain about the fact that the PATH trains don't run close enough. That they're 20 minutes and they should be 10 minutes. What could you do as the mayor of Jersey City to get PATH to run more trains?
Well, we just got great news on that front. So the Port Authority just recently, this last week, announced that they are going to end the stop in Hoboken and around all 4 lines on the weekend. They're going to have the weekend trains run every 10 minutes, and they're going to increase the weekday trains, which is a huge win.
People wanted to run on the weekdays, not the weekends.
Well, both. Weekend service has been really struggling, but on weekdays we've had challenges as well. And they committed to both.
Yeah, and this was a big step, as James said, by Kevin O'Toole, the chairman of the Port Authority. But we need to understand the importance of Port Authority. We need to understand the importance of light rail, expanding light rail in Jersey City, and we need to upgrade Journal Square PATH Station. I mean, one of the most sad, dilapidated centers.
How do you want to increase light rail?
Well, part of it is working with light rail with the state of New Jersey, light rail in terms of tunneling the west side of Jersey City, because you're not going to part of the real challenges. Yeah, part of the real challenges is for people to get to Jersey City. They can get to exit 15E on the Turnpike faster than they can get downtown. So we also have to interconnect, Marcia, the PATH with light rail, with bus services.
Yeah, a couple pieces here. So just first on the PATH, this is something people said wasn't possible a couple of years ago, that we couldn't get the Hoboken station stopped. But a committed group of activists started to push. The Port Authority listened, and now we've seen progress. And I think that is fundamentally my vision, is that we can create genuine progress on tough issues in Jersey City, PATH being one example. And then for expansion, we got to expand to the Bayfront. That's across 440, add a station at 18th and Jersey, and then the buses have to run more quickly.
For that?
So NJ Transit, right? We're going to sit with the governor, and instead of prioritizing the French Pompidou like the current mayor did, we're going to prioritize investments in transit. That is going to be the major ask for the mayor of Jersey City to the governor of Jersey City.
So another issue that we need to talk about is the Turnpike expansion. There are a lot of people who believe that this is going to bring a lot more cars into Jersey City, which nobody likes. So
nobody wants.
How are you going to keep them out?
So I think we're both against the Turnpike expansion. We need to understand the importance of the bridge readjustment, which is critically important, but we're both against the Turnpike.
Yeah, it's a generational mistake.
Can you stop it?
Yes.
I mean, since it comes into Jersey City,
I think it's over because candidly, because of the cost.
Will the new governor be listening to either one of you, whoever wins?
Yes, I think
about this?
Governor Sherrill, yes, she would. And I think it's also a matter of finances. So that much of that money was diverted to the lower part, southern part of the Turnpike authorities to finance road expansion. So I think it's also a matter of dollars and cents.
So you think that Governor Murphy was off base when he decided to do this?
100%. I do want to say, I am going to sue, use every tool in our toolbox, but I will sit with the governor, and I believe we can get the expansion.
But it's not going to happen. The expansion is
14A it cannot widen beyond 14A.
If it was
and
going
it shouldn't
to go
widen
through,
before that.
and if it was going to go, and there would be more cars coming into Jersey City,
more congestion.
What would you do about the congestion, and what would you do to get them out of Jersey City as fast as possible so it wouldn't inconvenience the people?
Well, part of this is also, and I think James and I agree, is also, unfortunately, people get off the ramp and attempt to cut through the lower part of Jersey City to access the tunnel.
So are we talking one-way streets or putting up stop signs?
No, well, I would actually bring in auxiliary police to literally stop people from cutting through, and also being able to identify Jersey City drivers by looking at the permits at the back of the car.
Right. The ideal solution is we got to work with Trenton, but we got to charge them a toll, our own form of congestion pricing. You can't use local residential streets. I know. You can't use local registrates to go from off the Turnpike just to the Holland Tunnel, right? No neighborhood would accept that their neighborhood streets being turned into a highway. That has happened too much, and so we have to use every tool to stop it.
And you
so
go down.
Wait. I need to know this.
Yes.
Would you enact a congestion pricing fee to come into Jersey City?
Not to come into Jersey City. I would enact a fee to cut through our streets to the Holland Tunnel.
You can
but
stop
the state,
it. You could stop it very easily. I mean, according to the laws of the state of New Jersey, the DOT commissioner can authorize the utilization of auxiliary police, and it's been done in other areas in terms of GW Bridge, Marcia, so that basically you would provide for a barrier, and you would provide for only Jersey City permitting drivers to cut through. And the problem is and James knows this, he lives downtown, is that you go downtown and literally during certain hours on Sunday afternoon, it's literally gridlock. God forbid somebody has a heart attack or somebody's ill or you call an ambulance, you literally cannot move. And so this is essential to do this for the safety of downtown Jersey City.
Another transportation issue is bicycles. A lot of people who ride bicycles think there should be more interconnection of the bike paths. Why do you stand on that?
Yeah, absolutely. So my promise is a safe connector between every neighborhood. Now, unlike the current mayor, I don't believe you go on high and tell people what is right and not listen to them. So we're not going to do one-way streets on MLK, Bergen, and Ocean, and we are going to be committed to making sure that we work with the community.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, like, the present Mayor Phillip and people in his administration wanted to do one-way streets and MLK and Ocean without talking to the individuals. There were concerns in other parts of the city.
So we don't like that policy?
No, I mean, you have to engage with the community, and you have to talk, and you also have to talk to the fire department, you have to talk to the police department, you have to talk to emergency vehicles, you have to make sure that that fire truck can get through in order to react.
So are there too many bike lanes?
No. But what we need to do is make sure that we have the smart connections that connect neighborhoods to each other, not lanes that go and end and then have just nothing.
And yeah, I mean, you come to a stop and then you have to jump across the road. So you need a rational linkage. But what you also do need, you need to make sure that the fire department, police, emergency services are all part of the design and the labyrinth of bike lanes.
All right, let's have some fun. What's the last TV streaming show you watched?
I was watching Veep because it's good. It's comedy for politics. So I was watching Veep as my wind down show.
Last show you watched?
Last show I watched a couple, let's see, historical dramas. That's what I watch.
When was the last time you wore a costume and what did you dress as?
This is really bad. So I'm not a Halloween person, but in 2017, before I had kids, I dressed up as sexy Bob Mueller because this was during the Russian investigation.
Okay.
So that was my costume.
Mine was actually with James. We were three kings. We were at
Oh, that's right. We did. I forgot that.
We were three
Dressed up
kings.
as a
So
three
we
king,
were
yes.
each one of the kings for Three Kings a Day.
Mr. McGreevey, your most memorable birthday?
My most memorable birthday, I guess with my younger daughter in Ireland.
Your most memorable birthday?
I think it was the 21st birthday. So I played hooky for my classes. I went skiing, went to a bar, got carded, had the 21st. It was a great day.
Got drunk?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, fine. I remember
that
that
21.
I remember that 21 myself. It was a long time ago, but I
It was
still
very
remember.
memorable.
Your favorite smell?
Favorite smell?
Yeah.
Probably lemon.
Your favorite smell?
Christmas tree.
Oh, good answer.
Great answer,
no.
timely.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing your mom or parent bugged you about when you were a child?
Being disheveled.
You?
Making the bed.
You never made the bed?
No, I made the bed, but there were standards of making a bed. My dad was a Marine Corps DI.
It had to be tight.
It had to be tight.
Okay.
The corners crisp.
What's the last thing that you learned?
The last thing that I learned. That's a great question. So what last thing I learned? I mean, I think in this campaign, let me put it this way. I mean, you talk to so many residents and so many voters, and you're constantly listening. And I think for me, it is, I started the campaign talking about affordability, but it just deepens with every conversation you have, just listening to every resident in Jersey City on a door. I mean, literally last night, I talked to somebody who said, I'm choosing between rent and food. And that conversation happens so often in Jersey City.
Last thing you learned?
Yeah.
To go to James's point, I was talking to a senior citizen and she was literally, Marcia, crying. She said her accountant said this is the last year she's going to be able to afford in Jersey City. So it's having the compassion to realize that these aren't academic issues. This is real life in real time.
Name a secret skill or talent.
A secret skill or talent.
I got you.
I got you. You did get me. I mean, like it's not such a great talent. Feeding the cats. I'm just trying to think of, but there's no secret skill there.
Do you have a secret skill or talent?
I'm a great Lego building with the daughters.
Okay,
Yes.
Lego it is.
Legos, yes, the Legos are the thing.
Your beverage of choice?
Water.
Your beverage of
Black
choice?
coffee.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Okay, where did you meet your spouse?
I met her at a bar at graduate school, but she was dating someone for the first year. So she was my friend for the first year
Was
until.
this before or after you turned 21?
This was after. Thank you. This was after.
Where did you meet your spouse?
At a political event.
Okay. What's the last time you admitted being wrong?
This morning.
Dare I ask?
Yeah.
What was the last time you admitted being wrong?
This morning with my wife, because I picked the wrong towel, and I was told I picked the wrong towel this morning.
You picked the wrong
towel.
Yes,
Towel.
yeah, shower in the morning. Yeah, picked the wrong towel.
It was tough.
And I admitted fault immediately.
What's your least favorite vegetable?
Oh,
Favorite vegetable.
Least favorite.
Least favorite. Probably carrots.
Do you have a least favorite vegetable?
green beans.
Green beans.
Yeah.
What do you think people notice about you the most?
I think they notice I'm tall.
How about you?
Short hair.
What was your favorite or best subject in school?
History.
Why?
Economics.
Why?
Because I'm just fascinated about history, fascinated about making things work.
How about you?
Also history. I loved history.
So the two of you actually agree
We love
on something.
history.
This is
We got
very
a couple
good.
agreements. There was that.
Okay, so what is your thinking place?
That's a great question. So Liberty State Park. It's this beautiful oasis in Jersey City, and I go there and take walks when I want to think.
How about you? Thinking place?
Also Liberty State Park, but also downstairs in my living room.
So here's the question. What's your go-to karaoke song?
It's really bad.
Oh, go ahead.
It's Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Are you going to sing it? No.
Well, I did Jingle Bells with one of our fellow competitors, Bill O'Day, last Christmas. I'm happy to reprise the Jingle Bells, traditional,
Okay.
The rockin', whatever Jingle Bells you need.
Okay. Do you have any crypto investments?
No.
How about you?
No.
Last question. What quality or skill do you possess that would make you a great mayor?
I appreciate that. I think empathy. I think the ability to listen and the ability to hear what folks are saying and then turn that into actionable policy to make people's lives better.
What quality do you have that would make you a really good mayor?
I think compassionate listening and just compassion for the pain people have.
And on that note, thank you both for joining me.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Jim.
Marcia. Thank you, Jim.
And thank you at
you.
home for joining us as well. It was very spirited.
Yeah, exactly.